Let me ask you this before I break into this. I'm gonna ask people in the comment. Let me know. Do you think having a spiritual base and a man taking his family to church, do you think some of that, the root cause when men really when men don't go to church like that as much anymore, do you think that could be some of the cause you don't have that spiritual base, or do you think it's something else?
I think it's something else, but the spiritual aspect is very important. A lot of people are so lost. They don't have no leadership, no structure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then one right there, you can go to, to church every Sunday, you know what I mean? Network, fellowship with some good people. Get in the word and use that as a foundation.
But see that's the thing. I think some people, what do you think the main priority to go to church is for?
For yourself,
gain a
as an relationship. I mean that's what I mean. Gain a relationship for God, with God, and
because I think some people lose that. Like your main priority is to learn the Word, the Bible, that's from God, to build your relationship with God, right?
To increase and that's going to increase yourself. Being in line with God is going to
right. Not getting caught up in what's eating Gilbert Grape.
The politics of that.
Not getting caught up in none of that. But your main
singing,
priority,
dancing, the music.
That's just part of it, right? Yeah.
Being your ministry. You know what I mean? Right. How can you minister to other people when you don't have your?
Because the word, people don't realize the Bible is the
together.
stake. A lot of other stuff is just corn, empty calories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the Bible,
But that's just a personal opinion. You know what I mean?
It's just personal.
Whatever your spiritual life. I mean, I support anybody.
But it seems
doing
like
what they need to do spiritually.
It seems like when men stopped going to church, though, a lot of stuff just started going downhill. Seemed like that not having a spiritual base seemed like stuff started going downhill.
Whatever that looks like for
growing
you.
Up. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because there are kids that they've never had any kind of spiritual dealings ever, and you think like, if you never build a moral compass, how do you know what? When you're making a decision, how do you know what's right and what's wrong or what's you don't want to do that at all. You know what I'm saying? If you've never been taught that.
So you think a person, that's a question for me to you. Yeah. Do you think morals or right and wrong is something that's not natural? You have to be taught this is right and this is wrong? You just don't feel?
I think right and wrong I think right and wrong is an interpretation. And the more you learn, the more you can interpret what's going on. Okay, so let's say a kid grows up and the projects never goes to church. Yeah. Grows up around dudes, it's in the projects, in the streets. It's right to sell dope to fiends. The game is to be sold, not to be told. Yeah. I mean, he's taught that. He's taught that. He's going to think that's right. If you're scared, go to church. If you're scared, go to church. If you're scared, they're going to keep saying it, and then he's going to think that's wrong to go to church. All right. You don't want to go to church, man. Those are people get manipulated and stuff like that. If a kid is not, it say train your child up the way, and he should never depart, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, right. You would now. I'm gonna say it is doing evil natural, and you need to be taught to do the right thing.
We are born in iniquity, born in sin. I think,
so
as a human, you naturally want to do crazy stuff.
I mean,
everybody's crazy, different.
Murder and stealing. You don't, without church or without a moral guide, somebody would have to teach. That doesn't feel right to you. I mean, that feels right. Like you don't know without.
No, I'm saying what leads up to murder though. What when they say be angry and do not sin.
Yeah, I mean
you know what I'm saying? Forgiveness. Somebody offends you 77 times, you forgive them 77 times.
So,
but if you haven't been taught that but you in the streets, it's right to go take care of that because you got to handle that because he offended you, and if you don't stop, if you don't go back and do something, he gonna keep doing it to you. That's what the thing in the streets, right?
All right, so you're going to live by a code anyway. Any way it goes, you're going to live by a code. So you're going to live by the street code, or you can live by God's code, right? Because, you're going to have a code anyway.
Yeah, the Bible's the code, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you never been taught the code at all, you don't even know what the code is, though.